To get to Stralsund by boat, you have to cross the Sound. As it flows through the strait, the Baltic Sea is calm, just like the people who live here. But growing numbers of tourists flock to Stralsund. The historic center of this Hanseatic city is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Tourism has brought prosperity for people like Henry Rasmus. He owns the original recipe for a North German specialty, Bismarck pickled herring. He seized his opportunity after the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Back then I thought, what are you going to do now that you're unemployed? I decided to start my own business. I trained to be a shipbuilder in Stralsund. I considered going to Grenzburg and working in the shipyards there, but I'd have to maintain a second household. So we bit the bullet and I opened the fish shop.
Now Henry Rasmus's Bismarck herring is as much a part of Stralsund as the city's famous visitors. But such success stories are the result of much hard work done by people here since reunification. Mecklenburg-Vorpommern is sparsely populated and has huge stretches of farmland. Most agricultural operations and industries dating from the communist era are long gone. Only the courageous and foresighted have survived, like those at MMG in southern Mecklenburg-Vorpommern. The engineers here still make propellers for ocean-going ships, but they've become a global market leader, supplying clients as far away as Asia. The state economics minister Jürgen Seidel has come by on an election campaign stop. He says the state is thankful for every successful company.
Here 100,000 people lost their jobs within a short space of time in the agricultural sector alone. I'm not looking for pity, but I don't think many states have experienced such a collapse. We are happy to be on the right track, but still need more industry.
The Hansa Rostock Soccer Club also knows what it means to start at the bottom again. Former champions in the East German League, they now play in the second division. They've fought their way up despite a lack of funds. Sigrid Kehle, a social democrat and the state's former finance minister, is helping get the club's finances in shape. At a fan club meeting, management present a model for bonds which would finance the purchase of new players. During her 12 years in office, Kehle says she practiced sound financial management and avoided debt in spite of resistance.
For me, running up debts was not an obvious solution. I was confronted with this in 1990, when many West German consultants told me to go into debt, as they had, and see what happens later. It was almost an order, run up debts first. For me, that was never acceptable politically.
Her thrift makes campaigning easier for the SPD's Erwin Sellering, the state premier. His government spends little and manages to put something away for a rainy day. In the last 4 years, it's avoided incurring new debts. But many people in the state are paying a high price for this transformation. Wages here are the lowest in Germany. The Left Party is campaigning to introduce a minimum wage and more social spending. That appeals to many here.
I'm in favor of the minimum wage, definitely. My wife is a florist and doesn't earn that much. I'm unemployed and looking for work, so we rely on every euro.
The future doesn't always look rosy here. Many young people plan to leave while the old stay behind. That poses a challenge for the CDU, too. Chancellor Angela Merkel, whose electoral district is in Stralsund, is on hand to add some luster to the Christian Democrats' campaign here. But the main thrust of Merkel's speech is the euro crisis and how debt reduction is the answer. But the people here know all about austerity measures. Their financial house is in better order than elsewhere in Europe. They're not impressed by the CDU argument.
They have this mentality of long deliberations, not deciding spontaneously.
Will the state see a change of government on September 4th?
No, I don't think so. They can't do it.
Most people here are happy with the status quo, according to fishmonger Henry Rasmus. The former shipbuilder believes he'll never work in his old profession again. He says Mecklenburg-Vorpommern must learn to live from tourism and would be happy if the next government supported this, with more than electioneering.
That's the macabre thing. Politicians promise everything, no matter what their party, but ultimately much has been done, and if things keep going this way and getting better, we'll all be happy.
For the people of Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, it's been a long, hard struggle since reunification. But 2 decades on, the fruits of their labors are plain to see. They're making progress in their own calm, quiet way.